Even though I loved this house, we knew we needed to do a lot of work to it. It was an older couple who used to live here. They lived here for 30 years. And after 30 years, styles change. This house needed a lot of work. Basically all the things. Hi, I'm Paula and this is my handmade home in Birmingham, Alabama. So I'm an interior designer, and when I'm designing our space, I like to look at the house first to kind of see what the house, I don't know a better way to say what it kind of wants to be. When I first walked into this house, I knew what it could be. I knew what it looked like currently was not quite what we would want, or what, especially what my husband wanted. He actually turned right around and said no. But I knew what this could be. I could see it finished. I already saw the kitchen done. I already saw it painted out. So I saw it completed before we even moved in. The first thing that people comment on when they first come through the door is how much light we get. They always love our windows. When you pull up the road, that's the first thing you see. Our neighbors call us the glass house. They know us well now because they can see what we're doing. We know what we have for dinner. They know what we're watching on TV. Even though the house wasn't quite in our style, we just knew with this amount of windows, you can't buy that now. This house was from 1948, and to have a historical home was a dream of mine, always. Me and my mom used to drive by this neighborhood, and I always used to say, I want to live in one of those houses, and then I'm living in one of the houses. This house was built in 1948, and it is technically a mid-century modern. So I wanted to blend the two. So I wanted to have modern elements, but also keep traditional, just to keep true to the house and to our own style. I mean, I love a good mix. So this is our kitchen, and we did it in complete stages. So the first stage, we ripped out all the upper cabinets and went all the way around. The laundry room was actually in the kitchen space. And then we painted and just called it a day because budget. Then we just lived with it for a while. We lived with the laminate countertops. We lived with the vintage sink that was stained. Actually, it was vinyl tile, which I guess was real cool back then. It was green and fabulous. We just let it sit for a while, and I really got to know the kitchen and how it would function for us. So when it came to the next steps, we knew exactly what we wanted. Fast forward a few years, we got to actually do it. We changed the flooring, we added hardwoods. We shifted everything around, so we moved the stove was here, we moved it there, and then moved the sink that was there to the back wall. We love to entertain, so for us this functioned. We're able to do a lot of community nights and cook and still be part of the conversation, and then lay out all the food here and just have fun nights. Moving the laundry room from the kitchen, which was a little bit awkward on dinner party nights, to the back of the house by the bedrooms was a game changer for the way our family functioned. We were able to take a full closet and make it into the laundry space. I wallpapered it. My husband and a friend built the top, and so that way I could do folding, and it's just like a little separate room for me, and I actually don't mind doing laundry, so it's just kind of my happy time. How I want people to feel when they come into our home is that they are at home. I want them to be able to come in, throw their feet up on the coffee table, go through our snack drawers, go through our refrigerator, and just feel like this is also a space for them. So in the den, when we moved in, this was all dark paneling. This was a dark fireplace. This area was really dark. It was probably the darkest place in the whole house, and with being a house that has so much windows, it kind of just felt a little sadder back here. And so we kind of just painted it out, and so it took forever, and it just brightened up this whole area. One thing that I try to incorporate into every space I design is natural elements. I love to bring the outside in. I love whether it's in the texture of woods or the palette outside, whether it's greens or blues or even the color of bark. I just love to bring the outside in. One thing after painting the fireplace, we realized we could leave the mantle. I just loved the rough hewn look and how it was original to the house. The guy who lived here, he dabbled in woodwork. So randomly through the house, there's like different wood touches. And so this was one, I believe, that he did. And it was kind of special. I just liked it. Art to me is not just what can be put in a frame, it's also little touches, such as a tray that I got from a local artisan, a rock from a client whose husband was an archaeologist, or clay shells that we found at the beach. So it's just not just what's on a frame, it's also things that bring me memories. These are my grandmother's, these are my grandmother's, and all of the above. So my mother gifted my grandmother every Christmas a piece of ironstone within this line. And then when she passed away, my mother gifted them to me. That was one of the things that I was really excited my mom passed down.
Looks like they were made to be in this kitchen.
Right? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Handmade for more videos just like this.